Hi, welcome. I'm your host, Uncle Dan, and I've been trading for more than 35 years. Today, we're going to jump on Twitter and find the trades of a multimillionaire and either prove or debunk his actual trade itself. So let's jump over to Twitter and let's check this out. Let's go. Okay, we're in Twitter, and we're looking at WallstreetBets God. This guy has been making some major bets and has resulted in some fairly outrageous profits. Now, some guys in Reddit have already debunked him as a fraud, saying that these trades have not happened. We're going to figure out whether this is a hoax or not, like going back and using forensic science to figure out what's really happening. We actually have the details of his trade through his Twitter account, and next what we're going to do is jump over to Thinkorswim, and by using the on-demand function, we're going to go back in time and use a 1-minute chart with volume to see whether or not we could find his trades. He did 420 contracts, and we're going to go back in time and see if we can find this trade. And then if we do find it, the question is what's happened since then. And if that does all prove to be real, then the question is, how do I get one of those, right? So we need to understand the Greeks around these option trades. And then all we're going to do is go find something similar to that. I mean, obviously the stock has to double in value, but even then, you won't always make 10 times your money or 20 times your money. So basically what we see here in this Twitter account is he's holding 420 contracts as of today, and it says that his current balance is over 3 million in here. But given the size that he's trading and given the expiry, which is not in the year 2020, but he's actually picked a January 21 strike, there's not much liquidity out there. If he traded out in January of 21, he'll end up being the only one trading that day, because those are not going to be that liquid. He's looking at the 420 call on February 11th. So he's buying long-dated calls when a stock is breaking out to an all-time new high. That's not what you normally see. Usually people are guessing where the top is and they're buying puts. So he's anticipating that this stock is going to keep going up. So we're going to jump on the Thinkorswim platform. Is it real, or was it already debunked and we should just ignore this guy? Let's go find out. Okay, we're in the Thinkorswim platform. We're looking at NVIDIA. Now, supposedly WallstreetBets _God went in on February 11th, which is right here, bought 420 calls in the January 21 option, watched his position go up a bit, and then collapse into the March 18th low. And then he's ridden it all the way up this whole time, never sold. His original position for 485 went down to 75 cents, and now is trading at over $80, and he's going into earnings next week, holding onto that position, presumably. So, do we believe this guy? They say they've been able to debunk this guy's suggestion that these trades are real. So today we're going to figure out, did he really do this trade? And then what were the Greeks around it? And see if there's anything we can learn about this option. Right here you can see it's trading at $80 bid. The delta is 0.68 and the implied volatility is 50%. Let's go back to February 11th. And on that day, the stock was trading at 267, and the 420 call was trading 460 bid, offered at 505. 438 contracts traded that day. The delta was 12, so write that down if you're trying to find similar trades, if you want to try to repeat this, assuming we can prove that this is a real trade. You'll want to be able to write down the parameters around what he did. January of 21, he did a 339-day option. He picked 420, the lucky number that Elon Musk likes, number 420. The implied volatility was 35%, delta of 12. Okay, and the price of 485, and he did 25 contracts at 490. Now let's go to the chart and let's find out if this really happened. As you can see here, on that February 11th, the stock had just broken out and making a new high. You can see that there, right? So now we're going to move over to the option and then see what actually traded. This is the 1-minute chart on the 420 call on February 11th. You can see there's some big volume that traded here relative to the other prices. So you can see that there was 57 contracts here. There was 43 contracts done here. We can see 100 contracts here, 94, 103, and then here's 25 contracts that traded at 490. So that's 420 contracts, okay, on that day. So we can validate this. We can prove he actually traded the option on this day. Now, if we go back to real time, let's see what happened to this option since then. As you can see, the option since February 11th has gone down to 75 cents, and now it's trading at 480. So we've been able to prove that he actually did this trade, and he's actually up 20 times. And it would appear, based upon the volume and the open interest, he has not gotten out of his position yet. So there you go. We've been able to prove that in all likelihood this is a real trade that he did, and we now know the parameters around that trade. So now your job is to figure out what's the next option to buy that can go up by 20 times over a period of about 4 or 5 months. So there you go. Good luck.